on into the room. Be coachable, teachable, trainable. Post your city and state so we can see where our value is influencing and impacting in these internet streets. Are your leads slipping through your fingers? Today, we're actually revealing the client conversion blueprint. This is going to be like your step by step guide to turning interested prospects into paying customers. So, what I mean by that, if you've worked at this time frame on the job and you're already engaging with prospects, potential customers is how you need to be looking at these people, right? You need to learn the client conversion blueprint so that you can effectively turn those people who are looking for your value into possible paying clients for you, and how you can optimize this process and accelerate this area of income. You leaving the job, you know that yourself as a seasoned professional that you're transitioning from this W-2 job, and you're familiar with processes and pipelines and all of that on the job. But I want you to think of the client conversion as your new sales pipeline, meaning it's not about being salesy. It's about guiding the people that you currently interact to what is potentially available for them outside of the four walls of your job. Okay. One of the ways that you can do this is by understanding their journey from awareness to purchase so that as you interact with them, you know how to speak their language. You know how to make this effective and you know how to lead them to the next process of how to work with you outside of the four walls, legally, ethically, and morally. You want to be able to craft compelling offers to them that cause them to follow you as a call to action, to reach out to you at a later date as a call to action, to pick this up at another time as a call to action, right? You want to be able to do that because, again, if you are interacting with people and they are showing you interest in what you do on your everyday job, and you yourself know eventually you will be doing this for yourself, you don't want to make them a cold offer. You want to warm them up, showing them all of your value through the job so that you remain in their memory for later. You don't want them to slip through your fingers. So I'm offering you the possibility of using this client conversion blueprint as your step-by-step guide to turn those who are interested into possible clients for you in the future. Okay. So the first thing that you want to think about when you take off your W-2 hat, put the rest of your work brain for a moment, pick up your business brain for a moment, and understand that this branding fix it kit is what will get them in the door, because what happens next for the aggressive monetization, you will want to already know what their main urgent problem is so that you can correlate it back to the value that you offer. Okay. It solves an immediate problem and it will position you as the expert when you go through the kit and you utilize each step the way it is intended for it to be used, because this will then cause them to raise their hand and say, hey, I am actually interested. I know we're talking business stuff right now, but when you move toward what you're doing, please keep me in mind if you do this the right way. Secondly, there is a nurture sequence that is included, and this will automate the follow up. So, say they do reach out to you um, after the fact, you want to make sure that you have a follow up system in place, like an email that goes out to them, an SMS message that continues to provide additional value to carry them further along your journey, building more trust and gently guiding them towards the next step. This is where you would be able to reinforce what I term the get your assets in order philosophy, showing them how you can help them streamline the process to get what they need from you along this journey. Okay. And then also having along this journey a low friction offer. Now, in my particular system, we have the branding fix it kit. That's a free option for you to start the 9-step blueprint. Next along here is the 15-minute brand audit call. It's designed to be an easy yes for the next step for a business professional. It's personalized. It's a session where I actually diagnose for you the biggest problem that's going on in your challenge, and I offer a quick win. And this is where I am able to demonstrate expertise one-on-one. So imagine an individual on your job that needs to solve a problem and they're not yet ready for your company to solve it, but they know that sometime later they'll need to get back in contact with you, and you have an email sequence that is set up to follow back up with them as soon as they reach out to you and say, "Hey, John, I know we talked about XYZ on the job, and I know next month when I get some time to, get through everything that we're going through right now, I want to reach out to you. I'm just reaching out to you now through this email address." Well, guess what? That email address immediately follows back up with them, automated, by saying, "Oh, yeah, hey, Fred, this is John. I remember us having that conversation. And yes, when you're ready to get back in touch with me next month sometime, I'll be really excited to move forward with helping you solve that problem. In the meantime, I've thought about what you were facing, and here's what I'd like to offer you for that, blah, 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 blah. Now, between now and next month, you want to make sure that you have a low friction offer that Frank can actually click a link to open up to see something of value from you. So when next month gets here, Frank is thinking of you, John. And John, you now are able to answer more when you actually have a follow-up call, a follow-up SMS, a quick voice message, or something like that that goes out to them between now and next month so that you can keep them warm and they can remember you. And then finally, you could move into things like a paid offer where you transition them from, the free value SMS or the free value checklist that you may have sent them or something like that, and you move them into, an audit call where you want to audit whatever is going on with their washer dryer setup or something like that, whatever your area of expertise is, and then you want to offer them your next paid option. I also have a $17 workbook that does this. Or I also have, a 15-minute call where we actually walk through on video and I show you how to clean the entire drum. Whatever your product, niche, or service is, you want to have a low friction offer, and then move them into paid so that they continue to see your value and your expertise grow. Now, if you think about this, you have to understand that every step of your blueprint is designed to build trust and move your ideal client closer to a yes decision. It's about serving them at each stage and making it easy for them to say yes to your solution every single time. This is how you turn your interest into investment and accelerate your income. And you continue to work with the individual that continues to qualify themselves and continues to work with you. Now, before we leave this segment, the first thing that I know that probably came to mind is you're thinking, well, I don't want to chase clients. They should come to me. Well, the nice way to say it is that's so absolutely wrong. You're in business. And if you think about it, every time you turn on a television commercial, every time you pull up, an ad or an app on your computer, there are commercials that play all the time. Those are playing on automation. Those are not chasing you, but you see them all the time. This isn't about chasing, it's about guiding. Your ideal clients are busy and they're looking for solutions. Your job, for lack of a better word, is to make it easy for them to always find you, to always engage with your value, to understand and be excited to receive your expertise. And it needs to always be a clear conversion path that serves them by removing any friction. So if you have the mindset that you're chasing them, that's one hat you'll need to take off, and you'll need to put on a reminder headset or hat or mindset so that they always see and remember you as the value, you as the expertise. Now you could also be thinking that this whole process deals with sales and you're not good with sales. If you guys don't remember, I talked about this. If it wasn't yesterday, it was definitely on last Thursday or Friday where I discussed with you Proverbs 11 and 26. And I also tell you it's not about selling. It's helping people move along a path to get to an expected end that they already know that they need. It's not about, figuring a way to sell them something. It's about figuring out the best possible way to sew into them the solution that they already know that they need. All right. It's about diagnosing a problem and then making sure that you have that problem solving session with them because your goal is to help them in the end. And if your offer happens to be a paid offer and it is also the best solution for them, then it's your duty to present it to them, right? You're focused on serving them, sharing with them, and sewing into them, not selling. Now, in your mind, you may be thinking these are all the same things. Call it what you will. Everybody's in business to make a profit, but more important, you are in the business of making a solution easy for an individual to say yes to and to get the answer that they need. All right. So from today, you should have been able to ascertain, that this is a blueprint that actually will lead them from what you've told them about your value, your area of expertise, through a nurturing sequence that keeps things warm for them, keeps value in front of them, keeps expertise right at the click of a button for them, making it a low friction yes. And finally, you will attempt, if done properly, to arrive at a paid solution, right? This is your path to turn your prospects into profitable clients. It can be done as long as you follow a blueprint and you are open to taking off your job mindset and putting that work brain away and actually opening yourself up to a different mindset that involves business acquisition and business practices, okay? And if you're ready to become a master client conversionist. I know that's a word you probably have never heard before. How do I know that? Because I just made it up. But if you're interested in acquiring new clients and mastering the way to acquire new clients, then what you'll need to do is again, take off your W-2 work brain and put on a business mindset and pay attention to all the ads, the commercials, and the apps that actually promote things to you and pay attention to how often you see those, what they're saying, what those different things that you are seeing are triggering for you, and how you can utilize that exact same mindset to acquire clients of your own. So, in hearing all this information, what's one of the steps that you actually heard that you think you'll focus on this week in this blueprint? Do you think it'll be the mindset of I'm really going to think about what my area of expertise and value is that lead people to find me, and what is that freebie or that checklist or cheat sheet or text message or email that I can send them that will give them an immediate solution when they're reaching out to me. That's the lead magnet area. Are you going to think about the nurturing sequence? What is the follow up or the automation that will continue to provide them with more reminders that I am the expert that they do need to work with? What is possibly your low friction? Yes, something that you would say, well, hey, take this next step, and it's an automatic yes for them. Or what is your first low entry paid offer that you may have? Which one of these specific conversion areas of this blueprint do you think you'll focus on this week? I would love if you could drop that below, put it in the comments or inside of the Brand You community. You can drop that inside the chat that is available there. Subscribe to the channel for more sales and marketing strategies, and definitely go and download your branding fix it kit. The information is in the description below. It's available to you guys who are inside of the community. And if you don't see the description for all of the information below, if you don't see brandfix.martinabrityelverton.com, then definitely join us inside of the community.martinabrityelverton.com. And inside of the community, you'll be able to click on the channel on the left that says Emergency Branding Fix-It Kit, and you will be able to get access to that and start your journey now. Start your strategy now. Let's go ahead and fix your brand. So I'm excited to share that information with you. If you are available on tomorrow, we're actually going to be discussing what follow-up formulas look like, how to nurture those leads for long-term loyalty for whatever your next step is. I don't know where you are yet on the path for this journey that you're on, but I do know I would love to work with you if you feel we are a fit, if you are interested, in having me brand you, educate you, and help you get your assets in order. I would love to be able to do that. Look for you on Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or because this is Wednesday, I would love it if you could join us and watch me work Wednesdays at midnight, where we're actually moving into the second phase of our blueprint. So, as you know, last Wednesday, we discussed the ability to set up the entire funnel for the branding fix it kit, and we moved directly to number six on that list, and that's the marketing outreach strategies. And one of the strategies I showcased was how to use B-rolls. So we're going to move a little bit further into that. We're going to set up that on automation, making sure that you can see how you can take one set of information and create multiple, many, 10, 20, 50, 100 B-reels on automation through Canva. If that's something that you're interested implementing inside of your own funnel, then you'll join us at midnight. Watch me work Wednesdays here on the Brand Master channel. I'll catch you guys on the next.